Hey, I am back. Ikaray, High Key Healing Oasis. In this video to talk about more ways one can attract greater successes, wealth, and abundance into their spirit utilizing these cosmic runic energies. So the reason why I share multiple ways of working with these runic energies is because, some combinations may work better than others depending on who you are, you know what I'm saying? So I like to have different combinations. I myself work with different ways of manifesting utilizing these cosmic runic energies. And in this symbol here we have Otala. If you're not familiar with the runic energies, Otala is the rune of the ancestors. It's the rune of property, wealth, the wealth and knowledge of the ancient ancestors. This energy of Othala right here will help you to, sell property. If you're in the business of selling property, it'll help you to acquire a home, also acquire property. But it will also help you to attract the wealth and knowledge of your ancient ancestors that dwell within yourself. Many of us have in our lineage ancestors who acquired a lot of wealth. And so that wealth potential is in your DNA, is in your cells. So this is a cosmic runic energy of Othala that you can utilize to awaken the wealth within the cells, the wealth within the DNA, the wealth within your consciousness. The more you work with Othala, channeling the runic energy of Othala as you visualize this energy, calming your aura, permeating your mind, permeating your consciousness, it will help to awaken within you that deep ancestral energy. And also here, Fehu, runic energy of attracting wealth, strengthening your luck, abundance, prosperity of every kind. So this is an awesome combination of runic energies and imagery that will help you to enhance your luck and increase your finances. So if this is your first video that you're seeing of mine, the cosmic runic energies are cosmic forces of nature that you're tapping into. So going back to very ancient times, the Atlantean period, ancient Ethiopia, 14,000 years ago, they connected with the Egyptian alphabet. They're found here in the States, United States. They're found also in South America. Also, obviously, they're most notably found in the Nordic tradition, Europe, Scandinavia, Iceland. So these are very powerful symbols of power that you can utilize to attract prosperity and wealth into your sphere. So one way that I want to share with you that I utilize a lot is when you're doing your visualization, whether you're trying to attract a home to yourself or whatever, new clothing, travel, doesn't matter what it is you're trying to attract to yourself. When you're doing your visualizations and meditating on what you want to attract to yourself, seeing yourself, whether it's new clothing, seeing yourself acquire the clothing you desire, the jewelry you desire, whatever the case, the money you desire, start to also incorporate the runic energies in your visions. Like for example, if you need a new car or whatever, the car that you desire to drive, you want to also see yourself getting into that car, driving that car, but you also want to be visualizing the runic energies also in that image. So now you're drawing the force of the runic energy into your visualization. If it's a new home that you desire, see yourself in that home with all the amenities you desire, as well as to place the runic energies in that image. This helps to draw the magic of the runic energies into your visualization. You know what I'm saying? Very important here that you work on attracting greater wealth into your spirit, because according to some of the spiritual experts, it's about to get a bit messy all over the place and all over the world, if not most places on the planet. So you want to have yourself in a position, I believe at some point, if we may get into the whole digital currency world, so you want to be a millionaire, billionaire in the new currency, and you're gonna have to align yourself with greater wealth, awaken that wealth within yourself, and allow yourself to be a wealth magnet. You don't want to, you don't want to be, you don't want to be caught up in the system at this time, because it's very, it's not good to be caught up in that system. So you want to attract the kind of wealth to where you can really live, like most people say, off the grid. It's going to take money to live off the grid. You got to have your home, you got to have your land. In the event the electricity and everything gets cut off, you're going to have a water well. It's going to take time for, if you're growing fruit trees or whatever, it's going to take time for those fruit trees to yield fruit, maybe 2-3 years maybe. So you want to have yourself set up in a way where you're not going to be reliant on the system, and that's going to mean that you're going to have to attract wealth to yourself, like now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not you don't have you have a short window, to attract the kind of wealth you need to live comfortably for the times to come. You know what I'm saying? So working with these cosmic runic energies of Fehu, Otala is an excellent energy to help you to draw wealth into your spirit, providing you know exactly what you want to do with yourself. If you don't know exactly what direction to go in, there's a runic energy of Rado. Looks like an R. Rado. Rado, I did a video on it a few videos ago. So Rado is an excellent energy to help to strengthen your communication with your own divine self. It also helps to strengthen your intuition. So if you're unsure of the direction you need to go in, connect with the soul of yourself, invoke the energy of Rado. Probably the last couple videos I did, I talked about Rado, Kanaz, and Lagaz as runic energies that help illuminate consciousness and will help to guide you intuitively towards the right move you need to make. So when you're working with these two runic energies of Fehu or Otala, it's imperative that you know exactly what it is you want to do with yourself. So this empowers, obviously, your focus and your willpower, knowing exactly what you want to do, whether you want to relocate somewhere else in the States or out of the country. Fehu, Otala is that cosmic runic combination that will assist you in that endeavor. It permeates your consciousness, which permeates your aura, and ultimately your outer reality. The more you work with it, the more it awakens the energy within your subconscious, the more it will give way to your outer reality. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes a day, this runic combination, and see the runic energies in your visualizations. I know that may, depending on how often you meditate, that may sound like a challenge. It may sound advanced, but I promise you, the more you practice it, the more it becomes like breathing. Try with something simple to start, you know what I'm saying? Like a simple clothing or whatever it is, simple. Start with that. See yourself with maybe a clothing article or whatever, and see the runic energies in that image as you receive what it is you want to manifest for yourself. While you're chanting the names of Fehu, if you're not familiar with the runic energies, this is the Fehu energy, and this is Othala, rune of the ancestors. It awakens that ancient ancestral wisdom and knowledge. It also awakens within you ancestral wealth. There are multiple ways to work with these runic energies, and this is just one way in terms of awakening that sense of wealth and prosperity. Also, Fehu is the energy of new beginnings and wealth. It helps to attract the energy of the sun, moon, and stars into your spirit. Very powerful energy here of Fehu, connected with the goddess Freya, also with the goddess Auset. Can also be connected with the goddess Azuli, Lakshmi, any other goddesses of magic, wealth, sensuality, beauty, love, romance. Fehu is connected with all of that. So Otala is powerful ancestral energy, but is also connected with Odin also. Very powerful connection here to meditate upon, to draw more wealth into your spirit. So again, you want to visualize the runic energies in your visualizations. If you want a new car, see the runic energy of Fehu and Otala, so that dancing around in your image as you get the new car you want, the new home you want, or if you're relocating, see these energies permeating your visualizations. The next image here, another potent combination for attracting wealth into your spirit. We have the Dagaz, cosmic runic energy. So many different ways to work with the gods, but in this video, we're talking about attracting wealth. It's a solar runic energy. connected with balancing both hemispheres of the brain, a runic energy of transformation, also attracting wealth and prosperity into your sphere. And up above we have Gabo here. Gabo's a rune of partnership, a rune of strengthening your wealth. I mean, you know, windfalls, attracting windfalls, strengthening your luck also. So again, this is a potent combination here for attracting greater prosperity, strengthening your luck into your sphere. So this is another combination that you can visualize while you're meditating on what you desire to have for yourself. But you got to have that clear focus. If you're not focused on what you want or what you need to do at this time, connect with the runic energy of Rado or Ansos. A-N-S-U-Z, Ansos. I have a video also breaking down Ansos. It's also a rune of communication, shaman rune energy, life force energy, and the Ansos rune. So these are also two runes, Ansos and Rado, that you can work with for enhancing the communication with your own divine self. And again, the spheres here are emanations I receive from the sun when I'm asking about runic combinations and just doing solar work. I receive these emanations coming from the sun. So, you know, I was guided to incorporate them into the images for more intensity and more power in the meditation. So the way I would work with this energy is I would glance at the symbol. Obviously, you're surrounded by nature, surrounded by a wonderful river here. Water gives birth to life. So I would memorize this scenery as best as I can. And I would, you know, sort of flash this imagery into what I want to attract to myself, whether it's a new car, whether it's a fabulous trip, whatever it is you want to attract to yourself, sort of have these symbols dancing around in your image, in your images, in your mind's eye. This attracts the power that you need to help you to manifest what it is you're looking at. And keep in mind now, we look at, you know, a lot of the actors and entertainers and celebrities and also the big titans. These people are working magic behind the scenes. They give you all this change your thoughts, change your world type of philosophy stuff. Behind the scenes, they are working big time celestial magic and a lot of times demonic magic also to push their agenda. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to give praise to God Almighty. They're going to start thanking everybody around them. But behind the scenes, they are practicing big time magic. Your politicians, your presidents, wealthy people around the world are practicing some form of magic to push their agenda. And what they're not doing is sitting idle talking about my ancestors got my back. You know, that really makes me cringe when I hear people talk like that and they refuse to do anything of any relevance with themselves, talking about my ancestors got my back. And I assure you, just from talking to a lot of them, they don't even work with their ancestors. They don't have any altars put up to the ancestors. They hardly acknowledge their crew. They don't hardly feed their crew, but they're talking about their ancestors got their back. Like that is not the way to go during these times. You have to get active. You got to evolve on purpose. And this is one system that will assist you in evolving on purpose. That is the name of the game right now, evolve on purpose. For those of you who haven't studied time cycles and ancient cultures, from the Atlanteans, from the Ethiopians, from the Egyptians, from the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Olmecs, the ancient Greeks, the Druids, you know, just to name a few cultures, all of these cultures got to a certain height and they collapsed. Every single one of them, no savior came for these people, and you better believe they were aware of their ancestors. Yes, they were. Ancestors and honoring the ancestors come from the ancient people. You know what I'm saying? And so every single one of these cultures, again, from the ancient Atlanteans, from the ancient Dravidians of ancient India, from the ancient Etruscans, from the ancient Kamites or the ancient Ethiopians, ancient Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Mayans, the Aztecs, the ancient Greeks, the ancient Babylonians, whatever ancient culture, they all got to a height and they went into decline and they collapsed. No savior. So the ones of them that escaped that decline and that demise were the ones that were elevated in consciousness. You know what I'm saying? These are some of the ancient cultures. These people are still, those cultures are at a very high frequency. Even to this day, you just can't perceive them. There are a lot of civilizations vibrating all around us that we can't perceive because our frequency is too low to perceive these cultures. Every now and then, those with heightened ability of clairvoyant can see these civilizations and cultures all around us, portals all around us, just out of our perception. So those that were on a high level of vibration, those people in small groups was able to continue on a culture and civilization just out of our perception. Some suggest Atlantis is still ongoing just out of our perception. We can't perceive the culture that is still around. You know what I'm saying? So only those that were putting in that work of elevating themselves consciously and raising their vibration through various spiritual practices, they are still alive and well. You know what I'm saying? But one thing they did not do, they did not sit idle talking about my ancestors got my back. They do have your back, but you have to do something to evolve yourself. And that is one way you connect with your ancient ancestors. You ask them, what do I need to do to get out of this predicament? What do I need to do to further protect myself? Because they can protect you to a degree. But if you're just sitting idle, caught up in everything ratchet on social media and expecting, you know, my ancestors got my back, that is folly. That is not representing your ancestors in the best way. Because your ancestors, they had to do a lot to overcome the forces of nature and the decline of civilizations they were into in ancient times. So sitting back and doing nothing, that is folly. That is blatant disrespect to your soul and to your genetic line to do absolutely nothing with yourself of any relevance, and yet hollering that my ancestors got my back, and you're not even feeding your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So I can only encourage you. I can't tell you what to do. It ain't my job to tell you what to do, but you know, set up your altars, feed your ancient ancestors, connect with the deities in your ancestral lines. Glad I sort of said that because me and a brother was having a nice conversation a couple days ago about, you know, you hear a lot of stuff on social media these days about what deity to work with. These so-called experts are telling you what deity or what god or what goddess to work with. Connect with the soul of yourself first. If you're a newbie on the path and you're hearing this, please, if you appreciate this information, subscribe to the channel, share the channel, the information. So if you are a newbie on the path, the worst thing you can do is let somebody tell you what god or what goddess to work with. You know what I'm saying? When you reincarnate, depending on who you are at a soul level, you're an ancient soul. You reincarnate with a whole spiritual team behind you. You reincarnate with goddesses and gods, dragons, elementals already coming into reincarnation with you. That's already in your genetic line to work with. Connect with your soul. Speak to your soul and ask your soul the best course of action you should take. You connect with your soul to guide you into where you need to be and all of that. The more you connect with your soul, your genetic line of deities and ancient ancestors are going to come into your awareness. Now, when that god or goddess begin to permeate your awareness, that means that particular deity is trying to get at you, is trying to connect with you. You know what I'm saying? You don't let nobody on YouTube or TikTok or any other social media tell you what deity you're supposed to be working with. You're supposed to be working with the deity in your genetic line, whoever, whatever that may be. So you connect with the soul of yourself first. The more you connect with the soul of yourself, invoke your God self, even if you don't know who your God self is, now your spiritual team is going to come online. They're going to permeate your awareness. They're going to permeate your consciousness. You may start hearing about a particular deity over and over again. That is who is trying to get with you. That is an organic connection. That energy will help you far more quickly than you listen to some superstar on YouTube or a TikTok or whatever telling you who you ought to be working with. You know what I'm saying? Connect with the soul of yourself and allow the god or goddess, the dragon, or whoever wants to work with you to begin to permeate your consciousness, and that is who you work with. You're gonna set up an altar. That is who you. That's who you connect with. You find out as much as you can about that deity, what it likes, and that is what you work with that deity to help you push your agenda. Not about worship, but it's about connecting with that particular energy to help push your agenda. You know what I'm saying? All is one. So this God, this goddess, this dragon dwells within you. So when you energize this particular deity based on your offerings and gratitude, this energy permeates your consciousness, it permeates your aura, it strengthens your willpower. Because now you have a deity pushing your agenda. That energy of that deity, that force is pushing your agenda now. This is the proper use of working with the gods, the goddesses, the dragons, whoever shows up for you. Invoking their energies, energizing their energies based on your appreciation through the offerings, burning that money for your ancient ancestors, because they too have to have food, clothing, nourishment on the other side. So once you provide these things for them on their side, they can thus help you on this side. You're energizing your crew besides just laying around talking about my ancestors got me, and you're not properly feeding your crew. They will guide you towards what you need to do personally. This is not a religion. You ain't got to look around and see how, you know what I'm saying? They will guide you towards what you need to do to help energize them. So that's just one little nugget I want to share with the newbies on the path. Connect with the soul of yourself, and I can't help but to advise you against just working with a deity because some superstar on YouTube says work with it. You know what I'm saying? That energy that you're invoking may not even be in your genetic DNA to even work with. You have all your own set of deities and gods and goddesses that are with you since reincarnation. Many of your reincarnations, you know what I'm saying? So it's probably not going to kill you to work with somebody outside your genetic line or outside of your lineage. But if you work with the deities in your lineage, they're going to come to your aid more faster, more quickly than somebody that is not in your lineage to work with. You know what I'm saying? It's not about race or anything, but you have a lineage of deities, of dragons, of elementals, of angels that are in your lineage that have been with you all of your incarnations. They will come to your aid much faster than somebody that is not in your lineage, is all I'm saying. So the next image here we're going to work with, the final one here, is the Helm of All. So again, we have these color spheres, emanations coming from the sun, potent protective energies here, that fiery red color vibration, the white and gold protective energy rays of the sun, and here we have the Helm of All. So you want to work with this energy here of just internalizing this runic imagery for all forms of protection, the Helm of All. So you can see this energy before you go to sleep at night. Call upon the energy here to protect you from negative influences, negative demonic influences. You know, before you sleep at night, and if you look at it also in the morning time, and I like to push this image, the Helm of All, into my outer world, whether I'm out and about doing business, whether I'm going to the grocery store, whether I'm going to the bank, or wherever I'm headed. This energy or imagery precedes me. So when I get into my area, I got protective energy in a location before I even get there. You know what I'm saying? You want to meditate on this energy also of the Helm of All. And, you know, call upon the energy to protect you from all forms of negativity. You meditate on this energy for 10 minutes before you go to sleep at night. You're going to feel a difference in the disturbances you may be receiving at night these days from all the chaos that is swirling right now. So, but if you can memorize this entire imagery with all the energy of the rune energies, that will be even more powerful. Again, we have the Otala, Fehu, Uros, Thorosas, Ansos, the Rado energy, that I was talking about a few moments ago for communication. The right course of action, kanaz here for illumination of consciousness. It also helps you to strengthen your creative endeavors, artistic endeavors. Gabo here again for attracting wealth. We have Wanjo here, Hagalaz, Nauthis, Issa, Yara, Edwaz, Perthro, Elhaz, which comprise of the Helm of All energies. I think we have Sawulo here, Tiwaz, Prakata, Edwaz, Manaz, Lagaz is a rune of strengthening your intuition. Here we have Igwaz and Dagaz. So you are pulling the energy of all the cosmic runic energies into your mind's eye. And that power awakens within you. The more you work with it, the more it takes place, the more all this power can shield and protect you from negativity. So, very potent combination of runic energies here. Make sure again to visualize the runic energies in your meditations. This draws the power of the runic energies to help to empower your visions and bring what you visualize into your sphere more quickly. And again, connect with your soul. Your soul knows obviously your entire spiritual team, your lineage of deities, of dragons, of elementals, of angels. The more you connect with your soul to guide you towards your lineage, these entities, these deities, these spirits will begin to permeate your consciousness. That is who you work with. That is an organic combination or attraction or connection. So if you appreciated this information, hit that like button, hit that share button. Until next time, peace.